Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sarah Alfeki. I'm board certified in internal medicine and I'm currently practicing in San Diego. And today we're going to focus on how to measure blood pressure and how to diagnose blood pressure. We don't diagnose blood pressure just from one reading. As we have talked about before, blood pressure can be a sign and it can be expected. Your blood pressure, if it's high, is an expected physiological response in response to drinking caffeine, to alcohol, to smoking, or it can be an expected response to a very strong emotion like anger or sadness, or it can be very expected response to being scared or frightened, or it can be a very expected response to lack of sleep that night. So that's why we never start medications on just one reading. We need a complete picture, and in order to have accurate readings, we need to measure it correctly. So the most important thing is sometimes people have white coat hypertension. That means high blood pressure in the office but normal at home. If that's the case, you don't need blood pressure medications because we're just measuring your anxiety in the office. If it's always normal at home, then that means we're just detecting anxiety. It's a physiological response to blood pressure. All right. Now, if this is how we're supposed to measure blood pressure, you have to be sitting down. And you have to do it at the same time. You can't be measuring blood pressure at times standing up, at times lying flat. It has to be the same way, okay? So you have to be sitting on a chair and your back is completely resting, okay? And your legs are not crossed and your feet are touching the ground, both of them, completely touching the ground. Your legs are not crossed. Your arm should be resting and at heart level. How do you know it's at heart level? You do this. This is where my heart is. And it's resting completely. I'm not holding up with any muscle. I'm not trying, my muscle is not doing any of the work in my arm. And it's not all the way up or down below. If you're measuring blood pressure and it's just dangling, it's going to be lower than what it actually is. And if it's higher, it's going to be higher or lower than it actually is. It won't be accurate in if it's too high or too low. Okay, you have to have it at heart level. And I like the Omron. It's called OMRON, Omron blood pressure cuff, and it tells you where the elbow is, where the shoulder is. So shoulder is up, elbow is low, and it has an arrow for where the radial artery is. The radial artery is usually here. This is where it is. Not at the bony part of the elbow, but here in the meaty part. And ideally, you should not have a shirt. You should have no cloth underneath it. And you just, where the arrow is. So this is where it should be. And it should be the correct size. And it should be measured while it's on heart level and completely rested. And when you're measuring, it should be in specific times. It should be the same time every day, twice a day, in the morning and at night. Don't measure your blood pressure immediately in the morning because that's where you have cortisol spikes and your blood pressure is likely to be high from the high cortisol. So measure it about 30 to 60 minutes after you wake up, assuming you're calm and you're not just about to go to work and you're nervous about going to work. And before you eat. Eating decreases blood pressure, and it should be before you drink any caffeine or coffee because coffee increases your blood pressure. And at night, make sure you measure your blood pressure after dinner by 30 minutes or 30 minutes after drinking caffeine or smoking cigarettes, or even wait longer, 45 minutes after you do any of those activities. And you should do that for at least 2 weeks. And if it's persistently higher than 139/89, then you definitely have high blood pressure, and you should incorporate lifestyle changes to decrease blood pressure. And new guidelines are saying your blood pressure should be monitored even if it's above 130/80. And you should start lifestyle changes then. So this is a great way to help prevent needing medications, okay? Don't measure your blood pressure if you have a full bladder. A full bladder meaning you want to pee and you're just holding it, that can increase your blood pressure by 10 to 15 points or even 20 points. And, if you're at the doctor's office and you're always holding your bladder and you just want to go to the bathroom, that, wouldn't cause an accurate reading of your blood pressure. Okay, so those are ways to measure your blood pressure accurately. I hope you found this video very helpful. Please share to help increase awareness about blood pressure. And see the next video because we're going to talk about things in your pantry that can help you decrease blood pressure naturally. Have a great day.